In this lesson, we're going to add and edit a contact. In the previous lesson, we saw how to display contacts. A natural companion to that would be adding and editing. If you've gone through the lesson to display, you saw that the code was somewhat complex, and that was primarily because we were displaying the contacts within the application and not using the contact manager that's provided with the device. For adding and editing, we're going to use the contact manager, which may be the preferable approach because it's an area that a user would be comfortable in, and it's pre-existing code that essentially works. So we've got our two buttons, one for add and one for edit. And in the activity, we have our two button handlers. And for the add, we're creating an intent, and this is going to be an action insert. In the past, we've seen action view a lot. So this is the first time we've actually used an action insert. So we're telling our intent that instead of just viewing something, we want to insert something. And we're using the contacts URI for that intent. We put some data on our intent for the name, the phone number, and the email. And we start the activity. What will happen is when this intent is run, the contact manager will come up pre-populated with Jack Doe and the phone number and the email address, and the user will still have to click OK to actually have it save. For the edit button, we're going to attempt to edit the Jack Doe contact. We're going to create an intent again, this time with the action insert or edit, which means that when this button is run, the contact manager will come up and it will show a list of contacts, and the user can choose an existing contact that will use this information, or they can choose to add one and it will use this information. In that view is where we do the set type. So we're saying that we're going to use the content item type. We put in essentially the same data and we start the activity. So let's take a look at how that feels for the user. We'll first add a contact. And the contact manager comes up with Jack Doe pre-populated and the phone number and the email address. And when we say OK, that we're done, contact will be saved. Now we can go back to the application and do an edit of contacts, and you can see it will show me the list, and if I choose Jack Doe, it will be pre-populated with the information that I added. You can see it's added the phone number and the email address. So that's how to add and edit a contact.